I'm Nivesh. I am a graphic artist because I like to blur the line between what I think is fine art and mostly design, graphic design, because my roots are based in graphic design. You know, I'm a graphic design lecturer. I teach drawing and I teach a little bit of history of design. So those things play huge influences in my newer works, I would say. I started out with a lot of frustration and angst based on the current political system of South Africa, and I explored it using visuals from anything that was influenced from comic books to fine art. And I find that some of my favorite painters happen to be Salvador Dali and Pablo Picasso, and as cliches as that may be, I find a lot of interesting things within their works that have inspired me to create more and more art. I've been lucky enough to travel a bit and like explain my illustrations around places like Basque Country and Guernica. But mostly I work within the context of Durban and my experiences that exist here. I like exploring new and different ways of putting my work out into the public as opposed to necessarily just gallery exhibitions, which I tend to collaborate on in smaller doses. But what interests me more is when you can take art and put it into a location or a space that wasn't necessarily intended for it. Like, for instance, if you have to travel into any space with informal settlements, everything that makes up one of those buildings can be seen as a canvas. And once you start applying paint to it, or whatever medium it may be, it starts to take on a different meaning because of the people it affects. And I think that's kind of where I found myself as an artist. And what really interests me about art is how that engagement between what I create and how people perceive it, as well as interact with it, that really gives me a lot of joy.